Good morning, Vietnam. I'm just gonna raise this bitch up so I don't have to keep bloody bending down every time I try and record myself. Absolutely beautiful morning this morning. To be enjoying a nice cup of water. I haven't had caffeine in about 2.5 weeks now and I feel absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Got the day off work today, so I'm gonna go work on the Skyline. So I'm ready for my roommates to think I'm a retard because I'm recording myself. But you know what? Let's get it done. So plans for today, I need to adjust my coilovers, slam it a little more overall and probably soften them up in the back. Everyone that I've been talking to has said if you want it soft in the rear, that way it'll squat and you'll be able to throw the weight around a bit better. And just overall it needs to be lowered just to make it a little less boaty. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it out my driveway if I do, but it is what it is. Also got to get around to fixing the shift knob, just because I would like to actually have a shift knob for the drift day because I feel like being able to shift gears is probably pretty important. And apart from that, I'm also going to look into the speakers because for some reason the speakers aren't actually wired into the car. I don't know why, but I need to wire them up, which means probably buying a soldering iron. So that'll be fun. Might not get around to doing that today, but at the very least I want to get my shift knob and the coilover adjusted. So let's bloody get into it. And yes, I did get a cup of just water so I could look like I was sipping something, but realistically I just wanted a glass of water. Now, although the coilovers are going to be a lot more exciting to do, I reckon I should start on the shift knob first, simply because it's probably more mandatory that I have a shift knob opposed to just slamming the car. I need to get around to both of them, but we'll start on the shift knob first. My whole garage currently smells like petrol. And I'm not bloody complaining. One thing we're also definitely going to have to look into later down the track is a much nicer exhaust, because the bloke who I bought it off said it had a stainless steel system. No information. I don't know if it's cat back, axle back, turbo back, but it's not very loud. It's got a bit of tone to it, but it's nowhere near loud enough. So now we need to actually work on the bloody shift knob, and I can guarantee it's going to take way longer than it should. So I guess I'll see you again in about 3 hours. As expected, it has taken way longer to get it done. I ended up having a costume change. It is currently 12:30 and I'm eating some amazing noodles and egg and bacon just mushed up into a pot because it's calories. The shifter here is a really hard steel, so actually dyeing it down, I've ended up using my other nuts on my die and have like threaded one of them because it is just that rooted. I'm still going to get it done, it's just going to take bloody ages, but I do have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so at this rate I'm not going to get anything done. So I'm going to get back to eating my slop and get back into it and see how far we can get until then. Due to my lack of mechanical resources as well as mostly my lack of mental resources, we have sort of got there. The shift knob's on and like, you know, it's good. I still need to thread it a shit ton more. It's going to take a whole bunch more time, but for now it does go on, apart from the fact that that came off there, but don't mind that. I need to still thread it more so I can actually get the locking nut on there so that when I thread my gear stick off it doesn't take the nut with it. So I've still got more to do, but for now it will go on and I have at very least something to drive. I'm going to spend the next like 30 minutes until I have to leave for the doctors just threading it as much as I can, and then when I come back we'll see if I have time depending on what I end up doing. I'm going to look at another car this afternoon, so I might not necessarily have time to come back and do the coilovers, but for now I'm just going to keep doing this and then we'll get there eventually. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 7:51, not that you can probably see that because my phone would be out of focus, but you have to take my word for it. It is 7:51. I only got home like 15 minutes ago, quickly went and finished the shifter knob, so it's done now. It's actually threaded on properly. I just remembered that I was supposed to actually do the coilovers today, but I guess we'll have to save that for another video. Apologies to everyone that really wanted to see 10 out of 10 video quality of just me adjusting my coilovers. I know that would have been a bloody interesting video for you, but we'll have to do that another day. Me being the person I am, I decided to go check out another car instead of fixing the car that I'm supposed to be fixing. but hey, one problem at a time, right? If you did enjoy this sort of more relaxed video of me just working on my car, there wasn't really any planning involved that went into this. I just went to work on my car, and anytime I do work on my car, I like to document the process so that later down the track when I inevitably break something, I can go back and see where it all went wrong. If you did enjoy this sort of video, be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot more of it soon, at least until the drift event, of me just getting this ready. So they're not going to be crazy long or anything. It's just going to literally be me working on my car. I know they're not going to do well in regards to views or anything. It's just for the people that are really interested in it. But if you want to learn a little bit more about cars, I don't know anything, but hey, you might learn a little bit on the way. If you did enjoy the video, you can leave me a cheeky like, you can leave me a hate comment, I don't really care. Just engage with the channel, it's good for the algorithm. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
That doesn't make sense.